the December weather having been so bad, we were eager to get out for another adventure. Happily, early January brought a spell of cold, settled, sunny weather. So, we took our chance and headed for the lakes to climb 3 more Wainwrights. This time, it was Lord's Seat, Broom Fell, and the impressive but unfortunately named Barf.
Good morning from a very sunny Whinlatter Forest. We're back in the lakes again, doing hopefully 3 more Wainwrights today. We've had a bit of an unusual start. Like I said, we're in Whinlatter Forest and we had a route planned. We're doing Barf, quite an unusual name for a mountain. I think it's Lord's Seat and Broom Fell, I think it's called. And we had a route planned out, and we've got to the car park in Whinlatter, and most of the trails are shut because they're doing logging, so we've had to have a bit of a change of plan, change of route. It's a little bit further now, I think. Probably not quite a nice walk as it would have been, but should still be a decent walk up through the woods, up onto the tops. It's very cold, very frosty today, a beautiful day. We were planning on going a bit higher up around Helvellyn and doing probably Dolly Wagon Pike, I think it's called, but the forecast was -5 on the tops with a 40-mile-an-hour wind, so I thought that wouldn't be much fun on a day like today, I don't think. So we've gone to somewhere a little bit lower, a little bit easier. So yeah, that's the plan. So we'll let you know how we get on later as we make our way around this walk. So we've been walking for about 20 minutes or so, made our way up the hill. It's quite confusing, there's a lot of paths that are shut off and signs saying you can't go here, you can't go there, so we've met a few other walkers who are also struggling, so we've been trying to help them out with the map as well. But I think we're on the right path. I think the original plan was to go up Barf first. That's probably changed. We'll probably be heading to Lord's Seat, which is kind of the middle hill of the two. So I think we're just going to have to kind of make it up as we go along today because of all the paths that are shut. But anyway, we're making progress. We're on a good track. You can probably see there, just Michelle going down. And it's nice and sheltered. It is quite windy. You can hear the trees, the wind rushing through the trees, but we're quite sheltered where we are. So that's a good thing about this walk. So yeah, hopefully we'll find our way through the forest and make our way up onto the top soon.
So eventually we did find our way out of the trees and onto the tops, and suddenly the views opened up, as you can see here. So we stopped at this point just for a little bit to eat, and I got the drone out for a bit of a fly as well, just to explore the area. But yeah, it was good to be out of the trees and get some views.
So you've just rescued Toby, haven't you? Saved his life.
Traumatised.
We just sat there having something to eat. Toby was kind of
Shaking.
running around over here, and he suddenly disappeared and didn't come back, and he'd fallen down a big hole about 4 foot down, and he couldn't get out. So it's a good job we saw him fall down it. So he's been rescued and he's not happy.
Shaking.
Poor Toby.
So after a short break, it wasn't far to get up to our first Wainwright of the day, which was Lord's Seat. When we got up there, it was so windy on top and so cold. I tried to do a bit of filming, but it was hopeless. It was just so windy. So we just took a few pictures and then quickly headed off on our way over to the next hill, which will be Broom Fell.
Just died down. On top of the last one, Lord's Seat, it was blowing a gale. We could barely stand up, it was so cold. But yeah, it's a little bit nicer here, so we've just stopped for a bit of shelter, had a bit of a drink. And yeah, Toby's cold I think, and he can't find any drinks anyway because everything's frozen solid. But yeah, that's our next Wainwright in the bag. Nice little tower on top, got some beautiful views over to Skiddaw there, a little bit of snow on top. Then down out to sea in the distance, you can even see Scotland in the distance there. So yeah, it's really beautiful. And then back into the lakes up to Grinedale Pike and the other hills in the distance. So yeah, a bit cold up here, but yeah, beautiful.
So after leaving the summit of Broom Fell, we had to make our way back to Lord's Seat, and then it was back on down. You can see here in the distance Barf, that little mound in the distance. This was a really nice walk actually. The wind had dropped ever so slightly, and some beautiful views over to Skiddaw and Keswick, and then the Lake District Fells covered in snow in the background. So yeah, this was a nice part of the walk, and it was a little bit quieter down here as well, away from all the people. So yeah, we enjoyed this one. Until we reached the summit of Barf. It's the smallest hill of the day, but without a doubt the nicest. Had the best views down to, I think it's Bassenthwaite Lake in the distance there behind us, with Skiddaw as well. So really nice views. It was nice and quiet up there. We didn't see anybody else up there, so we had a little bit of time just to chill out. It was still very windy, but I did manage to get the drone up in the air a little bit. You can probably see from the camera it's a bit jerky, but I managed to get it out even though the wind was strong, and have a little bit of a fly around, which was nice. So yeah, we enjoyed the views from on top of Barf. So after Barf, it was a little bit frustrating. You can see me pointing here just back up to the top of Lord's Seat. We would have to climb back up Lord's Seat for a third time to make our way back down, which was very frustrating. But that was the problem with all the path closures. It meant there was no real exit any other way. We had to come back the same way we'd come up. So a little bit frustrating, quite difficult actually going all the way back up there. You can see trudging back here up the hill, and we were quite tired by this point. But it was a nice part of the day. The sun was setting and there was some nice light in the sky. So we did enjoy the walk home. We got some really nice views as well, which we did enjoy. So as we made our way back down Whinlatter Forest, the views opened out again. We got some really nice views there of the sun setting over the mountains, and we found our way back fairly easily because it was the same way we come up. We usually like to do a circular walk, so it wasn't quite as interesting coming back the same way, but again the path closures gave us no choice really. But again, if you've made it this far through the video, we just want to say thank you for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you'd like to like the video and leave a comment, that would be helpful. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on our next adventure.